Check it out. So today's episode we have a twin turbo Mustang. This is a 2015 Mustang, super clean. It's owned by one of our good friends, Noah. This thing is just built to perfection. So this is a car that you would never expect. So if I close the hood here, you're like, okay, this is a bone stock Mustang GT. There's nothing done with it except the tire, right? If we get into this thing, we'll do the whole breakdown, but this car makes 1,402 to the wheels. Not to the motor, to the wheels. It's got 4 different maps. So it's got a normal map, Sport Plus map, it's got a weather map, and it's got a full send 1,400 horsepower map. It has traction control. It's got all the abilities to make this thing stay on the road, stay planted, be very safe, but be very lethal at the same time. Under the hood, hard time. So under the hood, you will see we have here the stock motor. It's not a stock motor, it's a built motor, but the stock Coyote motor. It's a Gen 2 Coyote. It's got the plasma intake manifold, ID 2600cc. It has flex fuel. It's got coolant protection sensor here. It's got dual wideband. It's got a full Motec M150 package. It's got working AC, power steering. It's got all the comforts on it. Motec controls everything on this car. So there's no stock ECU, there's no piggyback. It's all done by Motec. It's got full traction control. That means if this car tries to slip the tires, it's gonna cut ignition, it's gonna cut fuel, and get this car to stay on the road. Take out some tire pressure a little bit. This side's a little higher than the other side. We want these tires to be right at 20 psi. And the reason we want to take the tire pressure out is so less air on this tire, the more it's going to flex. So if you put too much air, it's going to be like a balloon. But when you let the air out, the tire is actually going to have a lot more flex in it, and therefore it'll be more prone to hooking. We need an E85 brake, so we're gonna have to put some fuel in this thing. One thing you gotta realize on this car is feel this fuel pump. Can you hear it? That fuel pump alone makes more power than I can't say my Civic because I don't have a Civic anymore. All right, so this car runs on pump ethanol, so nothing special. We want this car to be a full-on street car where you can drive it to the track, drive it a half mile, go 200 miles an hour with AC. All the comforts, and not change a damn thing. Just drive the car, pump fuel. It's intended to be a pump street car. Sure, we can gut this thing out. We can put a turbo 400 or put an automatic transmission or sequential and be way faster, but that's not the point. The point is to enjoy this car to the fullest. We just pumped ethanol, so now we're gonna start this thing up. Check out that startup, it's like OEM style. Oh, and we're taking a trip down to Guadalajara, Mexico, to test this thing, see how she runs at full throttle. Because obviously we did not get on it in the streets. We are in Mexico at the moment. Estamos en Mexico, cabrones. So right now we are in normal mode, which means it's right around like, I think it's right around like 1,000 to the wheels. She's still a little cold. So it has still traction control, but the slip rate is much higher. And then we have our weather mode. So in our weather mode, so I made the car, when you're actually in weather mode, it will only do about 450 horsepower. That's cutting throttle, cutting boost, cutting a lot of things, trying to get this thing to hook. Oh man, I gotta turn off this AC.
It's too cold in here.
It is. Oh, I gotta turn on heated seats. This car has a party button right here. Right here on the steering wheel. So you can press that, floor it.
boy.
Too spicy. Tires are starting to get sticky now. Finally. Alright, let's try the 1200 horsepower again. Oh man, I was sideways and third a little bit. The traction control, I can feel it cutting so hard, but it's still going. Insane.
It smells like tires.
That's actually brakes.
Oh.
So you see that? That was way too spicy. We tried the 1200 horsepower, which was cool, but it gets too crazy on in Mexico. But I didn't want to go too crazy because it's not my car, so just making sure that it's good before he picks it up, and it's very good actually. I'll wait for him. We'll try the 1400 horsepower pulls. We'll post some videos of it doing the 1400, so we'll see how she goes. This thing is insane. Not a drop of oil, no coolant, nothing. This thing just runs amazing. And she threw down 1402 horsepower. Keep in mind this car has working AC, working heated and cooled seats, rolling anti-lag, full on traction control. You can drive this car literally across the country. You do not have to worry about anything. Now that's how you do a car properly. We'll cut out to it. This car has ran another Fox body Mustang that had a Gen 3 Coyote with a Whipple. You'll see the results. This car was right around 1,050 at the time. It can only go up from there.